I don't have all the information and I don't need to know. Why are we boycotting African braiding shops? Are you kidding me right now? We can't even stay out of Target. We can't even stay out of Sam's. But we boycotting the African braiding shops? We're talking about people from Africa, from the place we came from. The people whose ancestors also, some of their people are still living over there, and they come over to this country and we boycotting them? First of all, I've gotten my hair braided by Africans before, and it was great. Second of all, if you don't like the way they hold your edges or make the edges too tight, you can tell them not to. Third of all, they get that shit done quick and fast, especially in Harlem. That shit be done so quick. Why are we boycotting our own people? I could never, ever, ever do that. I could never boycott anybody African. I could never do it. Y'all need to cut it out. This is ridiculous. I will not boycott African braiding shops for any reason. I don't care what it is. Stop that shit.
Alright folks, welcome back to Hosting Stories KE, and today's story is very interesting, how our own people can reject their own people. Now, there is a very interesting story that is trending on TikTok right now. There is this lady who went to an African braiding shop. She therefore gave out a very bad review about African braiding shops, and she called upon the Black Americans and the black people and the African Americans to boycott African businesses, their own people's businesses, simply because that African braiding shop gave a very terrible service. She's also claiming that, she's claiming that the Black Americans, the African Americans, they should boycott African businesses. And this is a very serious topic that is trending online right now, because I've seen massive of videos, people claiming they are going to boycott the businesses. But at the same time also, the African Americans, they have refused. They are saying, no, we cannot just wake up because of a one simple mistake to boycott all the African braiding shops. We cannot afford to do that, because these are our own people. We cannot do this to our own people, especially this Black month, the August month. So the lady and those who are planning to boycott, they are saying they will be boycotting the African businesses starting this Black August till 2026. But before we come into that, before I give up my commentaries, let's watch some of the videos, because the Black Americans and the African Americans, some of them are saying, no, we are not going to boycott our own. We are not going to boycott the businesses owned by our own people. Let's watch this video, and remember, all the copyrights and the credits goes to the original creators of this video. Let's watch this video together, because I really need to know what you think about this boycott, and then I'll be giving my commentaries at the end of this video.
Yes, finally, y'all, we are boycotting African braiding shops. Like, I'm sick of these Africans taking my money, especially the ones that can do boho knotless braids down your back for under $300. Oh, especially the ones where hair is included. Like, if y'all know any of those braiding shops, like, please let me know, specifically in the Nashville area, so I can be the first to boycott, because I'm sick of thinking about that. I'm just sick and tired of them, especially when they can do hair under 5 hours because multiple ladies are working on your hair at the same time. Like, I wanted to sit on the chair for longer. Like, I'm just mad thinking about it, especially the ones that wash your hair before the appointment. Like, I'm just getting mad thinking about it. So like let me know, like, and the rates and like where they're at, and like a number to like call them, like to let them know that I'm boycotting, because like we can't stand for this. And like, let me know their availability for braiding next week, because like I got a trip coming up, and like, you know, I want to boycott before I go, so like just let me know.
You must be out of your mind. Boycotting African-owned businesses in Black August? I would love to know who the dumbass orchestrator of this one was. You can't even boycott Walmart and Target for 1 week, but you want to blacklist African businesses? I mean, let's be real. Some of you are more comfortable fighting your own reflection than fighting the system that caused you to struggle, especially in Black August. Black August is about resistance, liberation, and uplift of our people, not dividing them. So I stand with African businesses, and I refuse to boycott my own blood. And if you're a person that supports me or a mutual of mine, and you're about to boycott African-owned businesses, get the fuck out of my life. I don't have no time for lowlifes.
This video is for the lady that said we're boycotting the Africans, okay? You're on the island by yourself. You're on the island by yourself, because ain't no way I could get this. Look at it. Look. This. For under $250. I made an appointment, but no appointment was actually needed. The stylist was there before me and waiting for me. No hey boo text in sight. No deposit in sight. No, I'm going to send you the text of the address the day of in sight, okay? When I tell you you're on the island by yourself, baby, you're on the island by yourself. Because why? There's a lady that walked in after me with 2 scoops of hair. Scoop. 2 scoops of hair. And got the fullest boho bob I have ever seen. You bitches can't braid. Okay? Oh, you need at least 4 to 5 inches of hair. It gotta be pressed out and permed and this and that before I can even do anything, baby. Ladies was walking in there with the petey pops in the back. They ain't care. It was nothing pressed. It was nothing blow dried. And they got to work. So when I say you're on the island by yourself, baby, scoot along. That means more chairs and more availability for everybody else. They want their hair done, okay? Because look.
Respectfully, and most importantly, personally, I will not be boycotting all African businesses. I will not be participating in that boycott. I personally do not see the sense in it. And let me tell you why. All right, so when the situation first hit my timeline, it first hit my For You page, I needed all the details. I needed to figure out what exactly is going on. Why is there being a massive notification being pushed out to boycott all African businesses? Like, what's tea? And then after actually doing the research and figuring out what was going on, you mean to tell me that one customer, African-American woman, a black woman, right, just so happened to receive bad customer service from a service provider who was a hair braider that is of African descent, right? And now decided because of that personal experience that she was going to basically ignite in a mass nationwide boycott of all African businesses. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to any of you guys? In all honesty, one isolated situation, one isolated event that I'm not saying is not uncommon. We've all dealt with very money hungry service providers that do not care about quality. They do not care about customer service. We've all been there before, but you just don't go back to that particular person. You don't give money to that particular person. But to now enlist an entire boycott of all African businesses, do you know how many mouths you're going to be stopping from being able to get fed? Do you know how many bills you're going to now be helping pile up? A lot of small business owners, all because of one incident where you didn't feel respected by this particular service provider. And now you want us to basically boycott all service providers from this continent, because it's not a country, it's a continent. You want us all to boycott every business that just so happens to be in connection to the continent of Africa. That makes sense? Because if that was the case, when that Chinese American shot and killed that black girl, accusing her of stealing and she wasn't stealing, there wouldn't be as many Asian businesses flourishing in America if y'all were all on that type of timing. If all it took was one isolated incident, right, for there to be a mass boycotting, Asians should not be the leading or the leaders in beauty store supply chains and whatnot. They shouldn't be number one. They shouldn't have as many nail shops. You understand? Do you know how many times I've actually gone online and booked to get my hair done by a black American stylist and was so underwhelmed by the quality of customer service. When I'm talking about rude, y'all want deposits. We give the deposits. You guys complain about it too. So it's not a thing about ethnicity or nationality. It's just there are some shitty service providers out there that are literally just doing it for a check, and we know that. I would have been all for it if you stated, and I'm talking specifically to that customer who started this all, if you wanted to be like, do not come to this particular location, don't go there, they're X, Y, and Z. Yeah, go ahead, boycott them, because if they don't care about their customer service, they shouldn't be in customer service fields. They shouldn't be over here providing services if they fail in that area. You understand? But for you to take one isolated situation and now compare it to everybody else, that don't make no sense to me. And I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Especially when I'm not, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just call it out how it is. We're not doing that to the others. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all not giving that same energy right now to the others. So let's not do it within our own diaspora, okay? You received bad quality service from one individual. You don't go back to that individual. You do not try to elicit a nationwide boycott on everybody of one certain ethnicity, because you're now affecting a lot of the homes of those, like, for what? That don't make no sense. Off of one person? I'm sorry, miss me with that.
Boycotting the African braid shops? I think the fuck not. I don't give a damn if they mad or not. I want something from them. They want something from me. And I won't go to the black shop because you can't just walk in like you can do them. Not boycotting shit.
Wow, what a very, very interesting topic. What a very, very good comments from our very own black people and the African Americans. Now, in my contrary view, I think that this is so unnecessary, because you should remember, Africa is not a community. Africa is a continent. So this lady giving out a bad review, okay, maybe she wasn't pleased with the services. What she could have done, she could have just gone to that shop again and told them, you know what, I'm gonna boycott this shop and I will never step my foot or allow anyone from this shop to braid my hair. That's simple and very clear, because one mistake cannot justify the black community, the African Americans, to boycott the whole continent. That is so unfair. I mean, just a simple mistake from a shop, you are just going to boycott the whole African continent? I mean, these black people, black community, and African Americans should know that the Africans who are doing business there, they are from Africa and they are from their own background. The African Americans and the black community originated from Africa. Yeah, so when Africans goes to do business there like braiding, these black Americans and African Americans should really support them. What they could have done is just boycott that specific shop or just give that bad review and tell the people, no, you need to improve on your services or we will never step our foot in this shop. Rather than saying the black community and the African Americans are going to boycott the whole continent because of one simple, silly review. That's it. I mean, there is just boycott the shop and get out. Because you cannot, one mistake from one African or rather two, making the whole continent now look bad. People are saying, oh, we are going to boycott African businesses. We will never ever allow braiding from African community. We are going to do this with African businesses. We are going to do that. We are going to boycott African business for the whole month till 2026. I mean, it is in our best interest to protect one of our own. What happened to Black Lives Matters? What really happened? When Africans go in diaspora, they are considered as black people. So these black Americans and African Americans should really, really protect our own. You shouldn't boycott our own. Just tell the shop, you really did a terrible work. You should really improve on your services. Or if this thing happen, we are going to boycott your businesses, not the businesses of African shops. Simple and clear. But that's just my review. That's just my commentary. I really need to know what you think about this in the comment section, because this is a very engaging and interesting topic. I think we will engage in the comment section. In the meantime, subscribe and see you in the next video.